A little sou'wester in as Rising Fame goes in. They stand well, set for action. Rail at 14. Gates spring back, they're off and racing, missing it slightly. The Calabrese and Another Love had no speed. First to get going from the inside though was Little Desert Whisper. Won the start, the Sherrigini gathering speed, driving up to pull it on for the lead but won't cross. North Face third, followed then by Rising Fame wider. Another Love trying to pick up ground through on the inside, will stride to fourth in front of the Calabrese, Zippy Zany, and towards the tail is Red Autumn. Coming along the side of the track, 550 left to go, and Desert Whisper sneaks a length and a half in front from the Sherrigini before the home corner. Now puts up 2 lengths and sprints clear. Another Love's down near the rails, followed by North Face, the Baldy Face, Rising Fame, brushing there with the Calabrese, trying to make an impact. At the 200, Desert Whisper, though, had booted well clear. Oh, look at Desert Whisper, out at the 100 mark by 6, the Calabrese, Rising Fame, but it's all Desert Whisper, and this has been much too sharp, much too brilliant, much too good, and won by 4 pulling up. Desert Whisper from the Calabrese, Rising Fame, a bob of the head, second and third spots. Then North Face, Zippy Zany next home, Red Autumn, the Sherrigini, and back near the inside toward the tail is Another Love. Desert Whisper making a big noise here in the opening event. Desert Whisper, Braden Garth for Luke Fernie. She was just simply far too brilliant over the 1,000. Won the start here, this little filly by Rommel. She was able to just absorb some early race pressure from the Sherrigini, then dropped it off very quickly on the home corner, put up a couple, and the longer the race went, the further the margin got. Now I said 4, but I think I might have been underestimating the margin. Second home is the Calabrese from Rising Fame, the 2 debutantes fighting out the minor spoils. Oh, well, there you go. It's 4 1/4. 58.49 is the time, and it's a short neck second and third. 58.49, 4 1/4, but pulling up, and a short neck second and third. The numbers are 2, 4, 9, and 1 North Face officially fourth. The interim details to the opening event. She's not a big filly, but she's a very quick little filly by Rommel. Coming back to the 1,000 today suited her. She's out of the Schnitzel mare Fairy Whisper, owned by Bellis Racing's Whisper Syndicate. And their run of form and success just continues on over the last number of weeks. 33.73, the closing sectional, trained by Luke Fernie. Braden Garth getting an armchair sit here on this former $34,000 Perth Magic Million purchase. Second placing going to the Calabrese, although well beaten, shows encouraging signs by Per Incanto from Drive On. Chris and Michael Gangemi, they've had a little bit of success with this family. Geordie Turner in the saddle, and Rising Fame by Super One from Glen Ross. Nev Parnham teaming up with Chris Parnham there, and the filly having a first run. She's a graduate from Perth Magic Millions and acquired for 100 grand, and she showed something as well, a baldy-faced filly. So those are the details after the opening event. Another Love ran to the drift right out the gate. Race number 2, the Tab Touch. Have you got the touch handicap over the 1,000? Number 5, Twigger, is the scratching there from the next at 19 after 2. As we make our way down to the yard, Lockie Taylor is about to catch up with stable representative Brian Carey.
Thanks, Darren. Yes, Brian is here with me at ground level. Brian, nice way to start the day, and Desert Whisper never really looked like getting beat.
No, once she behaved in the barrier, she was a little bit naughty last start, so we asked to go in a bit later, and it seemed to work. She sprung the gates, and it was pretty much all over from then.
Have you had to do some work behind the scenes to ensure that her behaviour was, well, I guess, on her best behaviour between last start and today?
No, we haven't done anything with her, Lockie. She's never done it before, so it was hopefully a one-off. Yeah, so hopefully she'll go on from this now.
We saw her stretch to 1,200 metres last start, clearly suited back to the 1,000 today. Is she just a 1,000-metre specialist moving forward, in your opinion?
Yeah, it looks like it. When she's pretty quick out of the gates, she's got good high cruising speed, and I don't think she sees the 1,200 out, and I think she's a real 1,000-metre specialist.
Nice team of horses in today. Who are you looking forward to saddling up most now?
At Your Service, she's been pretty consistent lately, and Lightning Gold, he's been pretty good, but he's got a tricky gait, but he'll go forward and make his own look.
Take us back to around 2:30 yesterday afternoon when the boss, I think, surprised most of us here in the West when he went to 625,000 to purchase the full brother to Amelia's jewel. Where were you? Were you watching, and how were you feeling at the time?
I actually didn't know he bought it. I was picking up poo and getting everything ready for today. Yeah, it's pretty exciting for the stable. Looking forward to it.
A ride for you in the future. Well done here.
Thank you.
There's Brian Carey after the win of Desert Whisper. Great to see the stable continue their good form over the last few months, and Desert Whisper, as the market suggested, looked awfully hard to beat once she stepped cleanly and found the front and had the rank outsider of the race to her outside. She put pay to them relatively quickly, Scott, and was never getting beat from there.
No, exactly right, Lockie. It was actually probably at even the 400, 450 metre marker when the roughie of the field was in the breeze and was under severe sufferance. That's where she was able to really pinch that break, and at the top of the home straight, she was just off and gone.
And that's perhaps my favourite thing about some of these big racing syndicates. The Bellis Racing team have success here once again, and they got very, very excited when Desert Whisper kicked clear at the top of the straight, which was great to see. And from there was no looking back, and it's a great start to the day from Braden Garth, and here he is catching up with Scotty.
It certainly is. BG joins me now, Braden. That's about as easy as it gets.
Yeah, probably the easiest winner I've ever ridden. It was an absolute steer around.
At the top of the home straight, you must have been pretty chuffed.
Yeah, definitely. She pinged the gates very well. From barrier one, we just used no petrol at all, got there easy. When I asked her, she kicked beautifully. Yeah, she was all her today.
Fast horses, 1,000 metres, it's probably pretty simple in hindsight.
Oh, exactly, and that's the way it panned out. You know, very well placed by Luke and very well trained by his team today, so well done to them.
Getting some nice opportunities for them as well.
Definitely, so it's one of the right stables to be in, so very happy.
Congratulations, well done.
Cool, thank you very much.
There's Braden Garth combining with Luke Fernie and Desert Whisper, and to the roar of the Bellis Racing crew, they are very, very happy with young Braden, which is great to see. But on the other side of the break, we're going to continue to get to know our jockeys that little bit better and find out what they watch on Netflix.